So, welcome to the Arrow Bandwidth live stand this week. So, what's your name and where'd you come from?
Eugene Jung, thank you for the welcome. I'm glad to be here. And I'm with IBM Weather Company.
Fantastic.
Yep.
So, for a weather company, it's an interesting acquisition that IBM made 2 years ago now.
Yes.
So, explain a bit about the weather company, because I think it's one of these acquisitions that I personally was quite surprised to see IBM make. It felt very unusual, but explain a bit about it.
Yeah. So, weather, anyone can talk about weather, right? Everyone knows about weather. Weather impacts every aspect of people's personal lives and professional lives from a business perspective. So, weather data points are in the billions from a daily perspective. We collect all that data from tens of thousands of different types of devices, and we leverage that data not just to predict the weather. We consider ourselves in the decision-making business.
Okay. So essentially are you providing a data processing framework for weather, or are you providing data as a service?
Both.
Okay.
We're doing both. So we're providing data as a service as a key through our various data packages that we have categorized through current forecast, historical forecast on demand. We can do predictions up to months in advance for forecasting. We have the most data points that we collect weather data from any of the competitors.
So I understand that you guys have the most accurate weather forecast going. You guys can essentially pick out the smallest grids of anyone around.
So, for example, here in the UK, a lot of times the national services in countries, they'll use airports. And they get the data points from the various airports, which is accurate, but you could be much more accurate because for weather company data, it's accurate within 500-meter grid.
Wow.
Every 500 meters, we can give you a weather prediction and weather forecast for that 500-meter point.
And how exactly are you getting 500-meter grids? Is it satellite? Is it base station? What's the combination?
We have 130, so it changes. The number changes because we're constantly growing. We have 130 some different models that we're pulling data from. Wow. Anywhere from your personal iPhone, so when you download the app, we're the fourth most downloaded app.
So you turn my iPhone into a weather station?
Essentially, yes.
That's very, very cool.
So we use all those points, and we also have personal weather stations that we pull data from that people actually set up on their homes, on their land, on their property. And we have the traditional airports, and we collect data all over the world.
So you're not just doing weather. If you think about the underlying architecture that you've built, you're also massive in the IoT business. I suppose you're taking very traditional data from sensors that are distributed out in the field and turning it into information. Obviously.
Absolutely. So when weather was acquired, we were acquired through the analytics brand for IBM.
Yeah.
And then we moved into IoT because exactly like you said, all the different devices that we're pulling the data from, and now we're in the Watson umbrella because we're taking that data that we have and letting Watson ingest it and give us the best predictive analysis.
Fantastic. So what are some use cases that you get from having super fine grade weather data? Because obviously, at what point does having a 500 square meter grid of data become really valuable? Because, if I'm coming into London, I'll generally accept a nice wide forecast. I'm not really too bothered if the weather isn't that accurate. But where does really accurate weather forecasting data become invaluable? Where's your data most
I'll give you two examples. So I'm from the U.S. and recently we're in hurricane season along the Florida Panhandle. So we were talking with a major distributor who asked us, how can we get more precise hurricane landing forecasting? So instead of just saying Hurricane Michael is going to hit the Florida Panhandle, we say there's a 72% chance it's going to hit within this grid, and there's a 60% chance it's going to hit in this grid.
Wow.
So they can route their distribution without having to stop it and without having any loss from any excessive cost due to hurricanes.
That's really, and I suppose you could also give that data to the emergency services so they can proactively position response teams in the right places or resources in the right places to deal with a disaster as well?
We're working with partners that are building solutions just like that for chemical responses. So if a chemical plant has an explosion and the emergency response team, they want to know the most accurate wind data to know how to approach the chemical plant and the chemical fire to avoid getting sick.
So this is not just sort of a theoretical, sort of, as you say, predictive stuff. This is all about, you can stream this data in real time into real world situations to help aid sort of decisions that have been made in the field that second.
Real time. And another example, I'll give you insurance examples, is an easy one. So in Texas, there's hailstorms all the time. So if I'm an insurance provider and I know that there's a hailstorm coming in this region, we'll push out an alert to say, 30 minutes, there's a hailstorm coming, please move your vehicle.
Okay.
So as a customer,